Hi, welcome back. Sales teams, this one's for you. The other day, I was working with a team of sales users, showing them how to do a couple of really cool things in Salesforce, and they just thought it was the best thing ever. So we're going to share those amazing tips here with you right now. All right, here we are in Salesforce, and the first tip is you want to be able to create a list and filter it however you want. So what you're going to do is go to an already existing list in leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. You can do this in any of those tabs. You will click over here, the settings, click clone, name it whatever you want. And then you're going to choose what filters you want. So if you only want to see the leads that you own, you will do my leads. And then if you only want the leads that have not been contacted, you can search whatever filters you want for lead status. So here I'm going to say I want the lead status is open, not contacted. You can also add additional filters here. And then if you wanted to change the columns that we're showing, you just click the gear icon, select fields to display, and I'm going to remove some of these columns and add in my city and my phone number. You can also change wherever you want the columns to show. Click save. And now you have your new list. Second thing that is amazing that you can do is you can now do mass edit from your list. So whenever we see a pencil icon, it means we can do an edit. But let's say that you reached out to maybe these 3 leads and you wanted to update the status to all of those at once. You can from the list view. You check the boxes, edit whatever fields you want, click save, and it's going to update all of those leads at once. Now, this only works on some fields. So not every single field is editable, which you can see here, my name field is not. So if you need to be able to edit the name field, all you need to do is just put the first name and last name fields in your list. And then we will see we can edit those fields. All right. There are other limitations around doing inline edits within different objects. You will find some of those limitations in the description below. Now that we have a list view that we love, we can add it as a favorite. To add something as a favorite, you just click the star icon up here, and then it says it was added to your favorites list. You can add up to 200 items to your favorites, and to see all of the items that are in your favorites list, you just click the drop-down arrow right there. Now that the list view is a favorite, you can now add that favorite to your navigation bar. You just click the pencil underneath your avatar, you click add more items. Anything that you list as a favorite will show up here. You click the plus sign, you do add, and let's say that I wanted to make that show up first. I can just drag and drop it wherever I want. Drag it all the way up here to the top, click save. And now this tab is going to show first in my navigation bar. So I can go to that whenever I want to. Another tip that I learned from a member of the sales team I was working with was the ability to be able to use the letters K, M, B, and T as shortcuts. So let's say I wanted to enter in 10,000 here. I enter in 10K and it's going to automatically put 10,000 in for me. It'll put in the number of zeros that I want. If I want to put in 1 billion, I'm going to type in 1 and a B, and then that will automatically put in 1 billion for me. Super helpful productivity tip. Next, reporting is a big challenge in Salesforce for all of us, right? So reporting can be very complicated. So we're just going to learn how to create a really simple lead report. So you will go to reports, you'll click new report. We'll select all here. We'll type in lead, select leads. Sometimes this list is really long and has a lot to choose from. If you just want to report on leads, just choose leads there. And then if you only care about the leads that you own, make sure that this says show me my leads. We want to make sure that we're going to see all of the leads regardless of when they were created. and I want to put another filter on here. I don't want to see my converted ones. So converted equals false is typically a filter that's always added. If you have other filters you want to add, maybe you only want to see a certain state, you can add those in here too. And then you can group this by lead source if you choose. Maybe you want to group by state. That's another thing that you can do. So we can group by state and lead source. We're going to save and run this report. And then I'm going to remove the subtitles or the subtotals from here because I don't need anything totaling those records. So it cleans up my report a little bit. So now I can see my report is filtered. And if I just want to see the counts, I can hide my detail rows, and then that shows me the counts per state. I can see when I have bad data really easily. That's it. That's how you create a really quick lead report. Now let's say that you wanted to save this as a favorite. So you're on the report, you click the star when you're on the report. And now I have two things in my favorites. So when I click that drop down, I can see both. And then if you wanted to add this report to your navigation bar, you could. I just click the plus sign here, and then I can drag that wherever I want, and I can add it to my ribbon. So I can see my report here, and I've got my list view here. That's it. That's a wrap. Those are the things that we wanted to share with you sales teams out there. If you're interested in hearing more quick tips, please let us know in the comments. If you don't see any of these features enabled in your org, we're going to provide some instructions in the description below that you can give to your admin to ask for certain things to be enabled or certain permissions to be granted to you so that you can do all the tips that we just showed you. All right, thanks. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Blue Tiger Academy. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.